Let's sit down with Bill Elliott, who's going to give us a taste of NASCAR's past and present.
I think you look at everything that's going on in this county, and I mean, first off, they hauled moonshine back in those days, and I mean, they knew how to build a car. And ultimately, it turned in they knew how to build a race car. I mean, they were able to take these guys that could run these roads around here, hauling moonshine, and be able to take them clean them up, take them to the racetrack on Sunday, and those guys win races. But yet, the guys wrenching the cars knew how to build the cars to make them last and get the speed out of them. We had a lot of different people that supported me a lot of different ways. We had a guy by the name of George Avery that was instrumental in some of my stuff. And then whenever we got to the NASCAR level, I mean, we picked up any kind of deal we could. Then we got involved with Harry Melling on a $500 deal, led to us getting Melling Tool as a full-time sponsor for a year, and then eventually getting Coors for a 10-year deal. With that being said, you know, we had a lot of people that believed in us, believed we could do it. We felt like we believed in ourselves, and that's a good majority of the game. My philosophy has been is if I've been competitive that day, to me that's almost as satisfying as a win. I mean, the proudest thing of my whole deal is the Elliott Melling race team won a championship out of Georgia. You know, we didn't buy our way into a Junior Johnson at that time or a Bud Moore or somebody like that. We built it and did it right here. We built it with the hard work and sweat of a lot of guys, a lot of dedicated people in this area, and that's what brought us together. And I think that's what's, in my opinion, my whole career, I think that's what's overshadowed the most. As Benny Parsons always said, you got to have a passion for the sport, and I always had that passion. You know, I feel like I'm a lot better racer today than I was, you know, 15, 20 years ago. But then on the flip side, the racers that are, you know, 16, 17, 18, 20 years old are so much better than I was at that age.
We've been talking to NASCAR legend Bill Elliott in Dawsonville, Georgia about his career as a racer, his family, and his plans for the future.
We're getting to the short end of the stick on as far as racing in my career, especially in the Cup level. So I just like to find that balance. And like I said in '03 when I stopped running all the races, I said I would like to run a limited deal, whether it be 15, 16, 18 races. That's kind of my ideal deal. I feel like that would be a perfect marriage to be able to have time with your family, start slowing down a little bit as far as not living such a hectic life, and then being able to watch Chase and the things I need to do from that side and transition into not driving as time goes on. You know, Chase has done a good job. I mean, where he ends up, I don't have any idea, but you know, he has a good feel for the car. You know, he's lacks more experience, as anyone does at, you know, 12, 13, 14 years old, anybody in that bracket. And I mean, I don't want to pressure him into anything. You know, he needs to come at his own speed. He needs to do his own thing, because there's going to be enough pressure soon enough, and whenever it becomes a full-time job, then that's when you got to look at it and say, man, I got to either get it done or go do something else. But on the flip side, is how far do you push a kid that's 8 or 9 or 10 years old? And that's where I have a hard time with the crossroads of Chase saying, look, you need to be a kid and grow up as a kid, because you're only a kid one time. You know, all this other pressure will come soon enough. And I said, you know, when you got time and it fits, you need to work on the car. But otherwise, you know, do your schoolwork, do that side of the coin, enjoy that. Then on the flip side of being able to work on the car, get you working on the car, and then go play.
We also spoke about his development program.
Well, we're still trying to nurture that along. I mean, you know, you're just trying to give an opportunity to some kids that are coming along, and hopefully you can make a difference. John's a good driver. John don't have the experience as probably some of the other kids do. He got thrown into the super late model stuff and dirt just very shortly after he did some of the crate kind of stuff. And I think, you know, you look at some of the divisions, they teach you how to race. And that's where John has to be aggressive enough and a very quick learner to go through all the learning he's got to do as quick as he has to because of his age.
So, what does the future hold for Bill Elliott?
It depends on what door opens. I mean, right now, hopefully we'll run 12 races with Woods Brothers this year and in '09 and just kind of see what goes from there. You know, try to get my son going in a good direction as far as racing is concerned and see how that pans out and see how the rest of these kids do as far as where the driver development program ends up here pretty shortly, and from there I don't know.